All right, so get this, listeners. We are diving deep today into the world of Raw B. Maybe you know him as Mr. Sletner. Either way, we've got bios, social media, even, get this, chatbot conversations about his whole marketing strategy.
Yeah, and it's really something. You get this picture of an artist with a mission. I mean, he's ambitious to use his music to unite, well, everyone who sees themselves as a black sheep.
Ambitious is right.
Yeah.
And he's backing it up with what one bio called a sonic supernova, this wild mix of hip-hop, funk, electronic dot, even experimental elements.
It's like he threw everything into a blender, hit turbo.
See, I kind of love that. But we'll get to the music itself in a bit. First, I'm struck by something else. Seems Raw B's a one-man operation. Writing, producing, the whole 9 yards, all him.
Which comes through in the lyrics, especially given his background. Right? It pulled up some details. Imagine growing up with a strict military dad, but your mom. Total free spirit hippie.
Talk about a recipe for some intense dinner table debates.
Exactly. And you can hear that push and pull, that tension in the music.
Makes total sense that he calls his sound, and get ready for this, hip-hop hippie.
Yeah.
Like he's taken those seemingly opposite sides and somehow found a way to blend them.
More than just a catchy name, though. That internal struggle wasn't just at home growing up. Raw B was the awkward kid, bounced between, get this, a dozen different schools.
Ouch! Always the new kid. I can see how that experience would influence his mission to connect with other black sheep, building that sense of belonging, finding your people.
And, from a purely marketing perspective, Raw B's onto something. That need to belong. That's universal. He's tapping into something primal, but doing it through this unique musical lens.
So we've got this whole military discipline meets free spirit hippie thing going on, and this mission to unite the black sheep. Right. But how does that translate visually? What's Raw B's aesthetic like?
All right. Picture a mural, street art, but earthy tones as the backdrop, then layered over top these intricate bohemian patterns in bolder colors. Urban grit meeting, like free-flowing artistry.
Okay, yeah, now that is an aesthetic I can get behind. Unexpected, but it works. Kind of like that lyric we found.
Abracadabra, dummy, call me Robbie Potter, 'cause I got a magic wand I wanna put inside your daughter.
Speaking of which, any chance that's a visual we might actually see from Raw B?
There you go, connecting those dots. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. Remember, this is an artist who doesn't shy away from the unexpected. And that line, out there as it seems, it says something about his style. Playful, a little weird, but you don't forget it.
It's like he's saying, yeah, I'm getting deep, but we're going to have fun doing it. Which I'm going to say is part of what makes Raw B so compelling. You get this sense of realness, not putting on an act.
100%. It's there in the DIY approach, the lyrics, even that line, something about channeling the energy of 1,000 quasars. He's not trying to fit some mold. Raw B is building his own mold. One quirky lyric, one bold color choice at a time.
And that authenticity, it's in that message of empowerment too. Not just the music. It's about building a community for people who've felt overlooked. Like he's saying, hey, I see you. You're not alone.
Yeah.
And that's really what elevates it, right? It's more than just, here's some music. This is a whole movement Raw B's building.
Right. Like, this is me. This is where I've been. And if any of this resonates with you, you're not alone.
Exactly. This album, Lunatic. Raw B's own words, his magnum opus, his cosmic manifesto. I mean, just the title alone.
It's got a certain energy to it, right? Lunatic. Bold move. And from everything we've seen so far, this could be where all those threads he's been weaving really come together.
And for our listener, now along for the ride. What's the one big takeaway they should keep in mind heading into the world of Raw B?
Honestly, it's that authenticity we keep coming back to. The dude's a mix of influences, backgrounds, you name it, and he owns every bit of it. Not afraid to be different, to experiment, to have a little fun while he's getting deep.
Proof that sometimes the best way to market yourself is to just be unapologetically you. Raw talent, genuine passion, and maybe a dash of peanut butter gold spokes for good measure. That's the Raw B recipe.
And who knows, Lunatic might be the one that launches him to the mainstream. It's going to be a wild ride either way.
There you have it. Our deep dive into Raw B, the artist reminding us all to embrace what makes us unique. Find your tribe, find your sound, and never be afraid to let that freak flag fly a little.
Because sometimes the best way to fit in is to stand out.